Does this work? Yeah.
That was called intimidation. Yeah, so conference is over, or you can brainstorm.
Basically, the next ETH Berlin is going to happen on the 3rd week of August. And if you want to have a good experience, you better come here and suggest things, because we're running out of ideas. We're pretty tired and we have full-time jobs. So yeah, please, if you don't want to eat pasta with oil, then this is going to have to happen. So please.
Bethany, what do you suggest for ETH Berlin this year? I want to know what you want to see, Bethany.
Does someone have any cool ideas, or
Bethany has tons of great ideas.
Maybe we can start with things we shouldn't change. So what did you like with the last event before we start with new ideas? Otherwise, we will change everything, and there's not even tables.
Keeping numbers low.
Why do you think that should happen?
When you have not a lot, when you don't have like hundreds and hundreds of people, right, and you have a good amount of people, like 200-300, it's a more intimate event, and I think it's a better one if so.
Right, but we had like 900 people. So keeping the scale. Yeah. Okay, cool. Anyone else? What did we do great?
Mentors ticketing system and leaderboard.
What?
Mentors ticketing system and leaderboard. Those work really wonderful.
Leaderboard, prizes
Mentors.
for leaders, prizes for winners, killer mentors.
Sorry.
Prizes for leaders?
I didn't get any prize, even if I was a leader, but it worked even without prizes, so maybe you can keep that as well.
There's a question. Aidan.
I wouldn't split it up in 2 locations. I would just do it in 1 location.
That's not actually possible. So the hackathon, we are going to take over the whole building here. So the hackathon, it's going to be here, but the conference is going to be throughout the week inside of DAppCon. So it's like, yes, but no.
Okay, but it's not twice the factory, because that comes.
No.
Of
We're going to have a conference inside another conference.
Okay, cool.
And the hackathon is going to be on separate days. So then the day of the hackathon, you just need to show up here, and we're going to have a couple of workshops on this room, I think. Then culture and surprises on the rest of the building.
Okay.
But yeah, no factory meetup.
So I liked a lot. I liked the way the talks and the panels felt very interactive from the crowd, and everyone could interact with that for sure. And definitely the venue was awesome. So just kind of keep those things together.
What do you think of hosting a couple of fishbowl panels? I think that at ETH Magicians in Prague worked so well. So yeah. So, yeah, just give a round of applause to our fishbowl manager, Phil. No, I'm joking. Okay, anyone else? Things that you want to hack on, go outside of ETH. Any wild idea is welcome.
We should have instead of stands regarding stands, we should also have the past events and past hacks, projects that worked on, have each a place there that we can talk to if there's any development been since the last year.
I love that idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. Well, if any other project, and I think that Piñata had a great progress. Well, Goeli obviously, so we can have that.
Just thinking about the UX challenge that the space is facing, how can we encourage more UX and designers to want to come and be hackers, not just developers? I love the developers, obviously, but broadening the ecosystem. Also, just thinking diversity in general. Don't know.
And yeah, in regards to UX, we were thinking of throwing a user-thon. We don't know how that's going to play out, but yeah, it's in the brainstorming. And on the diversity side, well, it's a little bit hard, because when you talk about diversity, then you get all these Reddit comments about being a cultural Marxist and whatever, SJW and all of that, so, it's about bringing diversity, but just not talking about it, because, we need less talks and more doing. And I think that actually, what we're doing at ETHBerlin, and you brought up a really good point. So we, in what is like our development and the DoD development, obviously this is going to be a DAO. So we're going to invite everyone to join there. We already have, I think we have a majority of women, I'm not sure, organizing. And we want to enforce diversity in what's also the LGBTQ community, as always. So no, I'm not going to bring again the drag queens. I'm going to think of something else. Okay, I'm going to bring the drag kings. Yeah, why not? But yeah, I think that more discussions should happen on this realm. I'm just not sure how to do it on a more protective way and that it doesn't offend anyone, because yeah, there's also like this thing about like this like easy argument about like in code it doesn't matter how you piece, and actually that argument is the only argument that right-wing white men have. Sorry if anyone but yeah, we need to tackle that, but in a way that it doesn't offend anyone or no one feels out of place. And that's the main challenge. It's not about, breaking stereotypes or forcing women, people of color, or LGBTQ people into the scene, but, making it in a way that it's harmonic. So if anyone has any ideas on that, we will do a meetup very soon, and you should hit me up for that.
Yeah, just talking about what Kyrill was talking about, the mentors were just incredible. And I think, yeah, I don't know how what the feedback was for that all around, but just making sure that, yeah, they're there exactly like it was. That was incredible.
Well, that was the hard work of Caspar out there. And anyone else from the mentor team here? Pro, Phil, no, I Pro, Phil, who else? Who else was mentors? Oh, Elias. Where is Elias? Oh, that was your great work, Elias. So, yeah, they asked how did we come up with such great mentors. So maybe you guys want to explain that?
I have to say that probably like most of the credit for the mentoring stuff goes to Caspar and Philip. So I feel like I'm stealing their thunder right now, but I will do it with flair. I think, well, so most of that was because there were a lot of people willing to do it. So there were obviously some people who were experts in like their niche and were willing to help people for adoption purposes and to get people onto their frameworks, onto their networks. So we had a lot of volunteers. Like it was actually a huge group of volunteers. And then the other thing was that Caspar and Philip put together a kind of ticketing site, which helped. So we also had the Riot channel, so that both we had a lot of volunteers who were absolutely excellent and like experts in their fields. We had a list and we knew who knew what, and then we could always match people to a fitting mentor. So, but it was just amazing to see so many people mentor. My mind is somewhere else, clearly. Do you want to say anything else, Caspar? Also, all the credit to Caspar and Philip that worked all the time in leading up to ETHBerlin, and me saying like, yeah, I'm going to help you, and then fucking up and not having the time to do it. But I was there during ETHBerlin.
There's another aspect that maybe it was one of the ones that influenced you the most, guys, because Martin from the EF was part of that, and we actually struck gold. At some point after we announced that we were gonna use a bunch of dApps, then Hudson reached out and he said, like, I'm gonna put some notes, light clients to work for you, and then he started spreading the news, and all of a sudden I had 10 mentors from the Ethereum Foundation that told us the very, very day before that they were coming. So we were like, sure. Like, and we looked the other way on all our door policy, our early sign up and everything. But we struck gold. Honestly, we built it and they came, basically. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So this is the end of the chillest conference of the year, guys. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you, Michael, the volunteers, Alison, Lenkla, Ligi, and obviously the ChainSafe guys, and obviously us.
Hard working chick here, man. Give her the kudos.